Welcome back, quiz lovers. Today, we're diving into the grand, opulent world of palaces from around the globe. Each palace is a window into the past, a reminder of the power, ambition, and humanity of those who came before us. From the lavish halls of Versailles to the mystical charm of the Forbidden City, we've got questions to challenge even the biggest history buffs and travel enthusiasts. Here's how it works. We've got 10 palace-themed multiple-choice questions. Each question comes with 4 options, and you'll have just 5 seconds to lock in your answer. Before we begin, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Give this video a thumbs up and ring the bell so you never miss a royal challenge. Are you ready? Let's unlock the doors to these majestic treasures and uncover the extraordinary stories they hold. Question 1. Which French king famously resided in the Palace of Versailles? A. Louis XIV. B. Louis XVI. C. Francis I. D. Napoleon. The answer is a Louis XIV. The Palace of Versailles Château de Versailles is one of the most iconic and opulent royal residences in the world. Located just outside Paris, France, Versailles began as a modest hunting lodge built by King Louis XIII in 1623. Louis XIV, the Sun King, transformed a humble hunting lodge into a sprawling palace of unimaginable luxury and grandeur. Every room in Versailles, every carefully planted tree in the gardens, was part of his grand performance. He lived for the opulence, the spectacles, the theatrical rituals that solidified his absolute power over his court. Question 2. Which country is home to the Alhambra? A. Spain. B. Morocco. C. Turkey. D. Portugal. The answer is A. Spain. The Alhambra, located in Granada, Spain, is one of the most stunning and historically significant monuments of Islamic architecture in Europe. The Alhambra is more than a beautiful fortress, a symbol of love, loss, and betrayal. For Boabdil, the last Muslim ruler of Granada, the Alhambra was his kingdom's heart. When he surrendered the palace to the Catholic monarchs in 1492, he was overcome with sorrow. Question 3. Which palace served as the seat of the Doge of Venice? A. Cadoro. B. Doge's Palace. Palazzo Grassi di Palazzo Pitti. The answer is B. Doge's Palace. The Doge's Palace Palazzo Ducale, located in Venice, Italy, a masterpiece of Gothic architecture. It served as the residence of the Doge, the elected ruler of Venice, and as the heart of Venetian government and justice. For Deutsch Marino Faliero, the palace became both his home and his downfall. In 1355, Faliero, tired of his political limitations, conspired to overthrow the Venetian government. But his rebellion was quashed, and Faliero was executed within the very walls of the palace. Question 4. Which palace was the setting for the crown? A. Kensington Palace. B. Buckingham Palace. C. Alhambra. D. Château de Fontainebleau. The answer is B. Buckingham Palace. Buckingham Palace, located in Westminster, London, is one of the most iconic royal residences in the world. In the 1820s, King George IV commissioned architect John Nash to expand Buckingham House into a palace. During World War II, despite its damages, King George VI and Queen Elizabeth, later the Queen Mother, refused to leave Buckingham Palace, choosing to share the risks with their people. Question 5. Which palace in Germany symbolized the unification of the German states? Charlottenburg Palace. B. Sanssouci Palace. C. Reichstag Palace. D. Herrenschem See Palace. The answer is D. Herrenchiemsee Palace. Herrenchiemsee Palace, situated on Herrenchiemsee Island, in Bavaria's Chiemsee Lake, is one of King Ludwig II of Bavaria's most extravagant creations. But the palace wasn't just about architecture, it was about Ludwig's desire to unite the fractured German states under his rule. Ludwig poured immense resources into Herrenchiemsee, which contributed to his mounting debts. His extravagant spending led to his eventual deposition by the Bavarian government. Question 6. Which palace houses the Peacock throne? A Goldstan Palace. B. Topkapi Palace. C. Red Fort, Schönbrunn Palace. The answer is a Goldstan Palace. Goldstan Palace, located in Tehran, Iran, is a masterpiece of the KR era 1794 to 1925, and one of the most iconic landmarks in Iranian architecture. Nader Shah, who looted this throne from India, became consumed by paranoia after its theft. Fearing that his enemies would strike, he hoarded treasures and grew increasingly tyrannical. His obsession with the throne mirrored his descent into madness, and his eventual assassination was linked to his volatile and unpredictable personality. Question 7. Which famous palace was built as a mausoleum by Emperor Shah Jahan? A. Amber Palace. B. Agra Fort. C. Taj Mahal. D. Fatehpur Sikri. The answer is C. Taj Mahal. The Taj Mahal, located in Agra, India, is one of the most iconic symbols of love and architectural brilliance in the world. Shah Jahan's love for his wife, Mumtaz Mahal, was legendary, but her death during childbirth in 1631 left him shattered. In his grief, he vowed to build a monument that would immortalize their love. The Taj Mahal rose from his sorrow, a gleaming white marble mausoleum that stands as one of the most iconic structures in the world. Question 8. Which emperor called the Forbidden City home? A. Napoleon. B. Kangxi. C. Akbar. D. Peter the Great. The answer is B. Kangxi. The Forbidden City, located in the heart of Beijing, China, is one of the most significant and well-preserved historical landmarks in the world. Built during the Ming Dynasty 1368 to 1644, and serving as the imperial palace for nearly 500 years, it was home to 24 emperors of the Ming and Qing dynasties. Kangxi, one of China's most revered emperors, lived much of his life within the Forbidden City's sacred walls. Question 9. When was the Kremlin in Moscow first constructed? A. 12th century. B. 14th century. C. 16th century. D. 18th century. The answer is a 12th century. The Kremlin, located in the heart of Moscow, Russia, is a historic fortress that has served as a symbol of Russian power, culture, and politics for centuries. The Kremlin is both a fortress and a symbol of the personal struggles of its rulers. Ivan the Terrible, whose name is forever linked to tyranny, often retreated into the Kremlin's cathedrals to seek peace after committing acts of cruelty. The fortress, though a symbol of strength, is a poignant reminder of the emotional toll of absolute power. Question 10. Which famous palace was rebuilt after being destroyed in a fire in 1992? A. Windsor Castle. B. Chateau de Chambord. C. Neuschwanstein Castle. D. Alhambra. The answer is a Windsor Castle. Windsor Castle, located in Berkshire, England, is one of the oldest and largest continuously inhabited castles in the world on November 20th, 1992. A tragic fire broke out at Windsor Castle. The flames consumed rooms filled with priceless artwork and historical treasures. For Queen Elizabeth II, wasn't just the loss of a building it was the destruction of a personal and symbolic part of her reign. The rebuilding process wasn't just about restoration. It became a deeply personal journey. And that's a wrap for today's quiz. If you enjoyed this quiz, please give us a thumbs up and don't forget to follow and subscribe for more fun and engaging quizzes.